Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we have my favorite record changer. This is a Zenith Pro. And the reason it's my favorite changer is what I'm about to show you right now. Is because it's a belt drive. Now, it's not totally belt drive. As you can see down there, without getting my finger caught, there's an idler. So the idler from the motor, idler wheel, is driven by the motor right there. There's this intermediate pulley, which has a belt on it. And what that means is no rumble whatsoever. If you have rumble from your Zenith Pro, there's something else inherently wrong, maybe with the spindle itself on the bearings. But these run totally quiet with no rumble. I have one of these in my living room, in my YT960. We play it all the time and I love it. Anyway, today I thought I'd give you a little demonstration on how to operate with one of these, because sometimes when I ship one of these to a customer, there's a little idiosyncrasies that need to be addressed. Now, the number one issue with the Zenith Pro is making sure that this guy is clicked down right there. So when this is opened up from shipping and everything has been released, the transport screws and what have you, the towed arm's clipped into there. And what can happen is as you lift it, you lift the back up. Do you hear that click? And now, when you try to operate the machine, it does that. It lifts it up and plops it on, because this guy is not clicked down. I'm gonna lift this back up gently, put it back there, and click, right there. So it's a very, very slight movement from its rest position, its transport position, to make that sure it's clicked down. Now, there's usually a label here. This one is missing. So I got this guy out right here, and as you can see, there's actually a label giving you all the instructions that you need to make sure that it operates correctly. Now, as you can see with this guy, it's missing. So it's a good job I'm doing this video, because the next customer is going to want to see this. So with that done, we'll turn it off and I'll lift the record rest up. We'll plop the record. I'm doing this one-handed, as you can see. Gently place the record on there. Now, the way this senses the record is this sensor arm right here. This will tap the 12-inch and tell it that it's a 12-inch record. And it'll do the same for other sizes, the 10 and the 45, which we'll show you in a minute. So we'll go over here, turn it on. That is clicked down now. Record. And we're off to the races. Now, when it gets to the end, you'll see that arm move all the way over. It doesn't sense a record, and we'll shut off. And there you have it. Now, I've actually jumped back to the Pro, back into its console, because I forgot to address how to actually operate the on-off switch, and reject is another word for automatic play. As you can see here, reject, on, off, and manual, and it'll also tell you within the little window right there. So to play a record that is already stacked up, if you can imagine there'll be more here, you basically flip it over like this. It will start to turn, the motor's on. And then what you need to do is give it a further push, and it's kind of like a momentary click. Brush pops out. Very nice feature for the Pro. And there you go. As we've seen before, when it gets to the end of the record, and I'll try to do it again without making a mess. Up it comes, brush pops out, cleans the needle, and switches off. Now, if you want to play manually, very good feature here is basically go to the other side, no automatic operation will happen, and you can lift this guy up and place it on the tracks that you wish to play. Now, before I show you the 45 and how that works with a beautiful feature that's pretty much original to this guy, I believe, is the spindle. You'll see the spindle's got a slight little bend on it right there. That is normal. And the reason I'm saying this is normal is because a gentleman recently, very nice gentleman, shipped me his Zenith Pro for a service, and this was broken off. We did source a parts machine and get a new spindle for him. They're not easy to find. It was a bit of a slog and it cost money. So I put the new spindle in and shipped it to him. And when he got there, he said, hey, it works great, but the spindle that you put on must have got bent in shipping, so I straightened it. I'm like, oh no. So yeah, he actually straightened it. And when I told him it's supposed to be like that, of course, he never seen one before because his original one was broken. He was able to rebend it back. So I think there's a lot of reason why these are broken. People think they're bent and they bend them straight. And nope, this is original. It's how it's supposed to be. Helps with the record to get ejected onto the platter. All right, the 45. This turntable plays 45s very, very nicely. And it plays it very nicely because it's got this integrated 45 adapter right there. As you can see, it flips up. Obviously, we'll change the speed. It'll sense it itself. Let's get some records. Where did I put those records? Right over here. Got some 45s. We're going to put those on. We will not use the the record rest. There's no reason to, because if you can imagine he's going to spin around, it would just wear the label away. So that stays over there. So rest your records on there. I'm not sure. I mean, I think you put like up to 8 or maybe even 10. And then we'll just come over here, turn it on. It sends the 45, comes across, and we're off to the races. It's one of the nicest 45 players out there because you don't have to use the 45 adapters, which are very clunky in my opinion, pretty much all of them. But this guy works absolutely flawlessly. And there you go. So I hope that helps anybody who finds Zenith Pro in their console. And yeah, it's one of the best players out there. And enjoy. Thanks for watching.